Okay, so Marlena, stats, and it's kind of funny when I think of statistics because statistics can be presented a way or swayed or it depends how you look at them. But there's a couple stats that I saw recently that I think are crazy in my opinion. 54% more listings from this time last year or year over year. I think it is, right?
Yes.
54%. So is this people in trouble, you think? Like, is it just, obviously, if you're trying to time a market, you wouldn't be putting it on the market now, so people have to be selling their homes, right?
Right. I mean, buy-in sales always happen. They don't stop or stall.
Right.
And so what we're seeing is now just a buildup of inventory. And so when that happens, it definitely changes the market into a soft market or seller's market. And that leads to great opportunities for purchasers, especially renters sitting on the sidelines, waiting to, jump into the market. The stats are mind-blowing right now. I haven't seen this in 20 years, especially year over year, and especially peak to now. Significant changes in terms of sales, in terms of, year over year declines, and even, like you said, inventory.
I mean, the sales were down 23%. So you got more listings, 23% less sales happening out there. But you said opportunity. There has to be a lot of first-time home buyers who are renting. 3 years ago, people they couldn't get a home, and now these opportunities are out there. Are you sensing that there's first-time home buyers are starting to get into the market? I mean, we're doing a lot more pre-approvals. I'm not sure they're moving necessarily, but I think people are thinking, hey, is now the time, even though we shouldn't be timing it, now might be a great time.
Yeah, well, you're never going to time the bottom or a peak if you're selling. I think the opportunity exists now. We're starting to see that the demand didn't disappear. There was a little bit of, lack of confidence, what was going to happen with the market, maybe waiting for a more stable market. We've gone through some geopolitical issues, some inflation issues, and now, some tariff issues. There's been a lot thrown at the markets. Yeah. And so, of course, that shatters a bit of the confidence, and that leads to people still waiting. But on our side, we're definitely seeing the renters come out of the woodworks. We're seeing investors come out of the woodwork saying, there's an opportunity to finally build my portfolio, finally, put maybe a rental in place where I've always wanted to do that. And we're seeing past investors come back in saying the opportunity is here for us to build on that.
Yeah, I want to talk about the investor market for a second because, over the years, we've got a lot of people who want to be real estate investors, and that's great. They have the opportunity. A lot of people, 9 to 5 regular salary people buying condos, and now a lot of those people are in trouble. They're a bit underwater with their mortgage payment and the rental income. But if you're serious about having in real estate as an investment or part of your portfolio, as you said, for long term, like now could be a perfect opportunity. I mean, Absolutely. Other than rents are maybe a bit not ideal if you're.
And it's a long-term game. It's not, buy it now and wishful thinking to sell it in the next year or two. This is a strategy to build a portfolio, build wealth, have it part of the pie for retirement or for kids or whatever your plan is. Yeah. This is, I feel the best opportunity I've seen in 18 years in the condo segment for sure.
Yeah, people, when you see stats come out, they focus on the negative a lot, but there is opportunities in this market. It is opportunities to buy investment properties, like you said, for kids, long-term play. The new construction market, a lot of people, I think, maybe bought 4 years later or hoping to flip it, make $100,000 even after taxes. And yeah, that's a pretty good investment, right? Those days maybe are gone, and maybe investors shouldn't look at it that way as much as you said, holding it long term.
Absolutely. The game is not, to buy and flip or to buy a pre-con and to, sell it after or once it's completed. The idea now is a long-term hold. And that's how you're going to build wealth in real estate here. For sure. With new condo sales, we've seen a significant amount of inventory just sitting. So it gives buyers the opportunity to get out there, to negotiate their price, to, have a little bit more of demand and a stronger arm at the table when they're dealing with a seller.
When we come back to the next segment, I'm going to pick your brain on some pockets, some areas, and maybe some mistakes or things that people should be looking at when they're choosing their realtor.
Sounds good.
Okay. All right.